Well, good morning and welcome to Bum Slide Thursday.
Ooh,
we climb Wednesday's hump day, and then it's bum slide right into Friday.
Whatever she just said.
How are you this morning?
I'm wet.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's supposed to sort of ease up today, but then I saw on CTV News last night that it's coming right. There's another whole system coming right behind it.
So what about this weekend?
I don't know.
It better be nice. We got so many things going on outside the city this weekend. We want it to be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey. Ecuador, Central America.
Yes.
Same-sex marriage has been legalized in Ecuador.
Wow, that's so awesome.
So in 2019 alone, that means Ecuador now joins Austria, who made it legal on like New Year's Day, Botswana, and Taiwan.
And there are still states in the United States that it's not legal. Is that right?
Same-sex marriage?
Yeah.
I think you're correct.
I
don't believe that same-sex marriage is legal across the U.S. because it's not a national thing for them. That's not a federal legislation. Because they do everything to the states.
Yeah.
And then they have your red states and your blue states, and don't go to the red states if you're gay, and don't go to the blue states. Anyway, you know what I mean? Same thing with abortion, right? Like, it's most of the southern states that have abortion laws. Anything that's controversial, they pass off to the states. The country doesn't want to get cannabis legislation. That's all by state. So it could be legal in Michigan and legal in California, but you still can't cross the border because federally, the border is controlled by the federal government and it's not legal on a federal level.
It's kind of complicated that way, no?
I sent a tweet out yesterday along those lines. So Ralph, is it Ralph Goodall? Is that his name?
Goodale.
Good ale, good drink. Anyway, old Ralphie buddy, is trying to get the United States government to get up to speed with people who have been pardoned. Did you talk about this in the news at all? People who've been pardoned? Mm-hmm. Right, okay, so it was a news story. Mm-hmm. The Canadian government wants the American government to stay up to speed on who's been pardoned for cannabis-related offenses. Now that cannabis is legalized, they're getting rid of a lot of those silly little things that happened to people over the years.
Like possession of half a joint or, something
So they want to wipe the slate clean for those people because they realize now those are ridiculous reasons to punish somebody for having half a joint in your car in 1976.
Right.
So, my point was, it doesn't matter. Because even if you know this, we've talked about this. You know this, people. We've talked about this. All they have to do is ask you, and they will ask you. They can ask you at the American border, have you ever smoked cannabis? And if you say yes, they can say, go back and you're banned for life.
Even though it's legal in their state, they can still say.
So if you're crossing into Michigan where it's legal, or crossing into California where it's
my question is it because it's Canadian pot? You guys can't smoke Canadian pot?
So I don't quite understand why the Canadian government is so, and we're going to get the Americans to acknowledge pardons.
Yes.
So that your pardons will be known. When you go to the border, you won't have a red check mark, red flag.
I think part of the reason is that you'll actually be able to go to the border and have a potential chance of crossing.
Unless they ask you.
Because if you have something...
If you're red flagged?
If you're red flagged and they find you and...
Well, if you're red flagged for any kind of a drug conviction, you're not getting in.
No, but if you're pardoned, you could get in. You see, that's why they want the Americans to recognize, he was banned, but now he can come in because he doesn't get
red flagged anymore.
Right. But his name still might come up in their records.
I don't know, them Americans.
But then it's pardoned on part of the form, so they need to know. Goodale says the Americans need to know there is a pardon on there.
That does make sense, except that is it still going to come up that you were pardoned? Because if it comes up that's going to do no good because they're going to say you were pardoned, but you still at one time smoked marijuana. Go back.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. I think we're beating a dead horse. I think it's an exercise in futility. But let's see. Maybe the U.S. will say, okay, we're not going to ask the question as long. They'd have to actually take it out of the computer so that you don't come up.
I didn't realize that they could ask you, have you ever smoked marijuana? I thought that they could only ask you, have you smoked marijuana in the last week?
They can, really?
I think so, because if you were 18 years old and now you're 108 and you smoked when you were 18, I don't think that the Border Patrol people care so much about that. Like if you say, okay, you're 108, did you ever smoke pot? Yeah. 600 years ago when I was 18, I don't think they're going to say, okay, well, you can't come in now.
I don't know that there's a time frame on it, but now I want to do even more investigation.
What I mean?
It's really hard to get straight answers about this stuff. Because, and then I remember I called the U.S. Customs in New York, I guess it was, and I said, what happens if an American comes to Canada and smokes cannabis? For instance, if you live in a state where it's not legal and you want to come and smoke it legally, you could come into Canada and smoke it legally. Would you ever ask an American citizen if while they were out of the country, did they smoke cannabis? And the guy's response was, we will never, I told you this before, we will never refuse admission.
They would ask, and even if you said yes, they would never refuse them re-entry into their own country. So it's very convoluted.
It's difficult.
It's like, you know what? Just get it straight. Make one law, and everybody abides by it.
You started talking about same-sex marriage, and now you're saying getting it straight. That's funny.
Get it. Hey, director Bryan Singer.
Okay, who's he? What's he?
He's a movie director.
Okay. Yeah,
and he agreed to pay out $150,000 to resolve the rape case filed by Cesar Sanchez Guzman. Apparently, Sanchez Guzman is saying that on a yacht in 2003, he was assaulted sexually by Singer and raped and brought him to court. Interestingly, a year ago, Sanchez Guzman declared bankruptcy. And now Singer has agreed to pay him $150,000. So I'm wondering if he just realized maybe he didn't have a chance in court and I'll take the money because I don't have any money.
He's an actor?
Yes.
What's he done? I wonder.
Don't know.
Me too. You gotta believe the victim, don't you?
Oh, you have to. Absolutely. You gotta look into it. And they have.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, it was in court. He was charged.
He was. Oh, so he just pays $150,000,
and it's it's all good. But see, the victim has to agree to that. That's the key there.
Oh, okay.
Right.
The financial penalty is enough.
Yeah. The victim has to say
He doesn't say, okay, I want you. You don't have to go to jail.
Right.
The victim gets to say that.
Yeah.
The Crown Attorney doesn't say. Doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
The victim does.
All right. There's another person that's been sentenced. It's the first person to be sentenced in that university admission scandal.
Oh, yes.
So this is, of course, people like Lori Loughlin and who pled guilty, and she's Felicity Huffman, getting their kids into college by sending money, donations. So there's the gentleman's name is John Vandermeer. John was the coach for the Stanford's women's sailing team. Okay, a lot of them were swimmers and sailors. A lot of it was athletics.
Like soccer,
they would pay money and they would lie and say that they were sailors. So I guess this was somebody she had 3 different people. This is kind of funny. That's the guy there. There were 3 different people. One was a young lady from China, and then there were 2 others as well. And altogether they took in $610,000. But this guy, just John Vandermeer guy, he didn't pocket anything. All the money he got went right into the sailing program. So he did it. He said, I got caught up in it, and yes, I was doing it. I thought it was for the good of the program and the good of the school, but it was.
That's why he didn't get a jail sentence.
He did not get he got one day served because he'd already been in prison for when he was arrested.
Oh, okay.
And then he was fined $100,000 personally, 6 months home confinement, 2 years probation, and he's never going to work again.
My gosh.
But they said that he's on the low end of the scale because he didn't take anything personally, right?
Right.
And also, 2 of the people who gave the money didn't even end up choosing that school. But he got a phone call. The FBI called him, and he thought that he was going to be helping out with the investigation of Rick Singer, the guy that spearheaded the whole thing, who made like $25 million off of this stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to jail anyway. Rick Singer had already been caught, and they were getting him to turn. So when the FBI called him, he thought they were investigating Rick Singer. They were investigating him. Singer had already given the information and had already told and had been wiretapped. He was doing recorded conversations, Singer was, with this guy, and got the guy on tape admitting to taking the money.
Oh my gosh. We have nothing but awesome information for you on the morning show. We want to say a huge thank you to KC Security for sponsoring this show this month.
And we are going to be back with, it's Queen Street Cruise coming up, folks. Summer's really here. Stay with us for that interview right after this.
With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
With 3 brands to choose from Kawasaki, Suzuki, and CF Moto, visit one of our 4 showrooms today and speak with our knowledgeable, friendly, and enthusiastic staff who will be happy to help you with all of your motorsports needs.
Enjoy life, enjoy the ride, Bud Robinson Motorsports.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
March Street.
This is Gary Trembinski, everybody. Gary Senior. How you doing, Gary?
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome back on the show.
Thank
you were here
you.
last year.
We were.
It's the beginning of summer, ladies and gentlemen, because the Queen Street Cruise is back. 4th annual.
Live and in color.
That was so cool watching all those cars go by on the screen because Gary's naming off the years and the models and the makes and the crowds, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the pictures of Queen Street lined up.
Yeah, we're talking 200 to 300 cars, and it's so exciting. The people of Sault Ste. Marie are really accepting this and excited for it to come.
Well, because it's such it's a feel-good weekend, man.
It is a feel-good weekend, and it's a
Queen
different
Street comes to
concept. Again, we're celebrating our heritage and to bring back the memories of days gone past.
So now, even I am young enough to remember driving down Queen Street, all of us in our high school years, pulling into the parking lot of the Memorial Gardens, going to Dairy Queen, and sitting on the hood of your car, watching the cars go down. That's what we used to do on weeknights.
That was our social media.
It was. You're right.
Because we didn't have this. So if you didn't have anything to do, you went down to Queen Street, and if there was nobody in the Memorial Gardens parking lot,
you just cruised.
You pulled in and waited 5 minutes, and then some of your friends would pull in.
Or you do the loop. You'd go Queen Street, and you'd go down to go down. Did we go down Gore or did we go down Dennis? We went
We went down Gore and Albert,
and then you do Bay all the way back up again and around.
There was 2 ways around.
And nobody, once in a while you'd hear like, but really it was pretty harmless.
No, it was harmless, but it used to be bumper to bumper on Friday night.
On Queen Street.
And
also it's because people from all the different high schools would go, so you got you a chance to spend time with people from different schools or whatever, college.
Yes. Most importantly, though, we had 3 shows at the one end of Queen Street, so you always cruise by 6:30, 6:45 to see who was taking who to the show.
That's right. Oh my God. So let's talk about present day now. So you've got this. It's a real fun event, very family-oriented event.
Extremely family-oriented.
It starts off on the Friday, which is which? Friday what?
14th. This Friday.
It's now. It's
tomorrow.
Here. Like tomorrow?
Yes.
Gary, it snuck up on me.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so we're starting off for 5 in the afternoon?
5 o'clock in the afternoon.
You get off work on a Friday afternoon
4:30-ish.
and head downtown. And what are we going to see?
We're going to see at the GFL Memorial Gardens, you'll have CTV News Northern Ontario broadcasting live. They're going to broadcast the entire show from the GFL Memorial Gardens.
For those of you who don't understand what a coup that is for Gary and the gang, this is something that they haven't done for, I think that the last time they might have been in town was for the Bonsu thing.
Yeah.
Where it was a big anniversary for Bonsu. Sudbury does not generally send Tony Rima and other people from Sudbury to broadcast the news, weather, and everything live from Sault Ste. Marie. This
is live. This is the entire show. This is not a remote.
From 5 to 7.
This is the entire show.
This is remarkable.
And we really need people to turn out and cheer them on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sault Ste. Marie, show your presence. And this is going to reverberate all across Northern Ontario.
All across. This is a great opportunity to show the rest of Ontario that Sault Ste. Marie is alive and well.
And a place to come to visit.
Exactly.
Okay, so we got CTV live on location, which is great fun from 5 to 7. But you got music on Queen Street.
We have music. We have Boneyard going to be starting at the GFL Memorial Gardens
right after the news.
7 o'clock after the news. Absolutely.
We don't want to have the music interfering with the news.
Yeah. Cars will be there. We have food vendors.
Yeah.
We have a beer garden.
You do.
Outside beer garden run by the
there's
city.
a picture right now of look at that parking lot.
Look at that. Yes.
Wow.
That's a Friday night shot right there.
Okay.
I mean, there's a 1967 car.
How many cars did you say? 200?
Well over 200.
Well over. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. Oh my gosh, look at that car.
Yep. And the beautiful part about this is we have people coming from Southern Ontario. They're planning their holidays to come up here. We have people from Sudbury, Elliott Lake, Chelmsford, Thunder Bay, Lewiston, Michigan, Traverse City.
Gaylord. Did you say Gaylord too?
Yeah.
Look at that one. That's a Mustang.
Yep.
Oh.
And that's a real feather in our cap to have those kind of people
from that far away.
Yes.
And you said these people drive there. They actually
drive these cars.
You might think that somebody might trailer their vehicle for the drive, but no, they actually ride these vehicles. The other neat thing is they're always with their vehicles. So if you have questions,
yes.
You want to ask any questions, the owner's right there because they love to talk about their cars.
Yes, they do. It's a passion.
It's a very
and a lot of these cars, they call them resto mods now. They look like a 1933 Chev, but they've got the undercarriage and motor out of a 1990 or 2005 car. So they have all the amenities. They have the air conditioning and everything in a car that
looks like the authentic.
It looks like the authentic car from the 1930s, but it's up to date.
Cool, which is why they can drive it along the highway.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a cruiser. Yeah.
What about? But actually, you said on Queen Street too. On it's the March Street stage. This is a great thing that the city's done. In that little space there at the bottom of March Street where they blocked it off, there's a stage now.
Yes.
We have a reunion going on.
George Pinder Trio will be playing there, starting at 6 o'clock on Friday night, and that's a tribute to Reggie's reopening. We're very proud that Reggie's reopened his business after the fire, and we want to celebrate Reggie, and he does a lot of great work that a lot of people don't know about, but he donates a lot of money to Arch and other
charities and charitable organizations in the city. Yeah, he's really community minded. So
we wanted to celebrate his reopening by having
happy that he's back.
Stage open. Yes,
that was a real loss to Queen Street for that time that he was gone. It was a couple of years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Welcome back. And so the music is across the street because Mr. Pinder's wife says you can't perform in bars, so he's going to perform across.
and really and truly, we would love the people of Sault Ste. Marie to come out and enjoy Queen Street. Come down and check out some of the merchants that are on Queen Street. Have dinner on Queen Street. Watch the cars
Michael
go
found
by.
the poster. Look at that. Yay.
There it is.
That's Michael. Thank you. Leave that up for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. So have dinner on Queen Street.
Have dinner on Queen Street. Enjoy it. Go back and listen to the music at March Street. Go up to the GFL and listen to the music and enjoy the day.
Enjoy the day. Hey, so did they actually drive along? When does that happen? Do the cars drive along Queen Street
All
ever?
night. That's the best part
They
of it.
cruise along all
Just
night
like
long?
we used to do in high school. Okay, some people would
my
be parked at the
gosh.
Memorial Gardens, and other people would be
cruising. They take turns to go on
And then
cruise.
some people, you might be lucky enough to be able to hop into one of the cars that maybe a friend that you or yours has, and he'll take you for a ride.
Do you think somebody will, if I stand there and hitchhike, do you think
You
somebody
never
might
know.
pick me up?
You never know.
I don't look shady. What about on the Saturday? What are your hours?
Saturday is 10 to 4.
That's a great afternoon, morning, afternoon.
I have to mention Casino Sault Ste. Marie, the Gateway
Casino's in.
They're a major sponsor of our show now, and they're going to be there both Friday night and Saturday, and they're hosting a casino night on Saturday night.
They are?
Yes.
So that's also a
after
great
the
cool
show.
thing too, because it's also central. You can get downtown, you can stay downtown, you can walk everywhere.
Yes.
To the casino, to the GFL.
That's the best part of Sault Ste. Marie.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 to 4 on Saturday.
Yes.
And Friday is 5 basically.
4:35 till 10.
Mostly at the GFL and all along Queen Street.
Yeah, all along Queen Street. Saturday's mostly at the GFL. We have Boneyard and George Pinder playing on
both at the GFL. They're tag teaming, right? So one's going to go from
10 till 1 George Pinder, and then 1 to 4 is Boneyard.
Music all day long, food all day long, cars all day long, family fun, beer garden. Queen Street is alive and well and thriving. Get down and join our friends.
Have fun.
Congratulations to you and Joe. You're the co-chair. Is Joe Bichelle?
Joe Bichelle is my co-chair. Joe's been an amazing partner to work with.
Shout out to you guys. Congratulations on the 4th annual Queen Street Cruise.
See you there.
We will. We'll be back with Luann after this. Friday,
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. Alive! It's alive!
That sounds like a blast, doesn't it?
Oh
down on
my
Queen Street?
goodness.
Now, did you
Sounds
have
like so
anything
much
like
fun.
that in Espanola, where
No.
how we did that on Queen Street when we were younger? We would cruise the main street.
Oh yeah, down the main highway.
Did you do that in
Oh
Espanola?
yeah, that was the thing.
you were a teenager?
Oh my gosh, a whole whack of us in one car.
Yeah.
Oh, and just up and down the highway.
Did you ever do that Chinese fire drill?
No, we never did that. Did you guys?
Alice, did you do that?
Yeah?
Yeah, we used to
Really?
do that. You stop at a red light, everybody would get out and run around the car and then get back in again while the light was
funny.
red.
That's
Yeah, we did that.
hilarious. No, I never did that, but yeah, we did. Me and all my cousins.
I think it's cool
Lise
that those
and
guys
Nikki
took
and
that
Colette.
idea. Remember, who? What are your names?
Lise and Nikki and Colette, we all...
Colette. I like how you say Colette.
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 Colette Piet was her name.
Colette what?
Colette Piet.
Colette Piet.
Isn't that a pretty name?
What was
yeah,
it?
so we would just like up and down, up and down.
Yeah, we did the same thing here in the
so
city.
much fun.
And because we had a Dairy Queen, see?
Oh.
Where Hollywood scooters, what's it called now? The scooter place?
Oh, Scoots.
Yeah, is that what it is? So anyway, that was the Dairy Queen. So you would all sit in the parking lot and go, and everybody would be eating their ice creams and...
We had the Ace restaurant. Best fries and gravy in the whole world.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we'd all go at the end of the, or Marshall's too was at the other end. So we would go because we were watching our weight. And we'd have one piece of chicken with some coleslaw at the end of the bar, at the end of the night after the bar.
And Reggie's is back.
Yes, isn't that awesome?
That's
Good
fantastic.
for him, man.
So we got more stuff happening on Queen Street, more live entertainment on Queen Street, because we have great.
This summer's hopping.
I can't wait. Well, I mean, it's already here.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah.
If the weather was just a little more cooperation,
Yeah,
be
it'll
lovely.
come.
Speaking of bad weather, where was your friend? Your friend from Community Living Algoma?
Leslie?
Leslie. She was is it West Palm? No, it's Palm Beach,
California.
Palm Beach, California. Lyon County Safari Park in Palm Beach, California had a storm. Mm-hmm. 2 giraffes were killed. They were struck by lightning.
What?
Both of them. Freakish, dead.
Oh my word.
Beautiful giraffes in the Lyon County Safari Park.
That's because their heads are too high. They're such good conductors.
They were
apparently.
probably eating out of a tree, and they say when there's a lightning storm, do they say don't go under a tree?
Don't go under a tree.
What should you do? Run.
Run.
Look, there they are, those beautiful giraffes, and now they're
what
dead.
A shame.
And they're fried.
Oh my word. Oh gosh, that's terrible.
I don't think so. Maybe that's why another reason why we shouldn't have giraffes. And of course, they could get killed by lightning anywhere, I suppose. But what a freakish storm, isn't that one?
Right. Do they weren't.
I'm sorry to bring you all down with the dead giraffe story.
I can bring you back up though.
Please, what do you got?
Maren Morris is a gorgeous, beautiful,
Giraffe.
young, talented country singer.
Oh, okay. She was not struck by lightning.
Stunning. She's just a doll.
I don't know the
Very,
name.
very
Maren
good.
Morris.
Maren Morris. Yeah.
Did you see her on the CM Country Music Awards?
Yes.
You did?
Yes. And a big hullabaloo around it because her fans are not thrilled because she's actually stripping for Playboy. There she is.
But wait a second.
She's stunning.
She looks so young.
Yeah.
Is she
so
young?
she's actually, the pictures that I saw of Maren are her with a cowboy hat on.
Okay.
And orange kind of track pants and cowboy boots.
Okay.
And no top on. But I mean, she's sitting like this and like, she says my boobs are small anyway. It's not like, so she doesn't have a shirt on. Well, apparently people are not happy.
Come on.
I guess
Playboy is one of the most tasteful adult magazines out there. You're not gonna, you know what, that kind of a pose, you would see that in Vanity Fair, in Vogue, in Harper's Bazaar. They show women bare-breasted with their nipples covered all the time.
Yeah, you're not going to see it on TV though.
Not on, some TV, but you'll see it on Netflix.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, so what? We talked about this already, that it's legal to walk around topless. It should not be a big deal. We keep sexualizing breasts.
But I guess because it's a very traditional genre of music.
Country music.
You know, so but her fans are young people.
Christianity?
I wouldn't say that on TV myself, but okay.
Don't you think that a lot of country music fans are Christians?
I have no idea.
Who maybe think that it's immoral to go topless. Maybe that's part of it.
I don't know all of them.
Okay.
Anyway, there are 6 images coming up of Maren Morris in Playboy.
Not on our station. Are we going to show her?
No.
6 images coming up.
No. In Playboy. Okay. But she said too, chill out and read the article, because she says, I've got some really interesting stuff in the article too. So there you go. I'm young, but I've got lots to say. So
yeah, just don't look at the picture.
Don't look at the pictures.
You know they will.
Just read the articles, right?
And now you're going to do some reading.
I'm going to do some news.
You're going to do some more than reading. She delivers the news.
I deliver.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Luann Young in the news next on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5 and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
One person is dead and 2 missing have been located after a vessel overturned Tuesday night on Tilley Lake. Upon their arrival, OPP and rescue officials were advised 1 male was accounted for. However, 2 others were still missing. A ground and water search located 1 male uninjured. The search continued, and as a result, the 2nd missing male was found deceased. The OPP advised the investigation is still ongoing. Imagine being woken up in the middle of the night by police informing you that a family member has suffered a life-threatening condition on the other side of the planet. That's exactly what happened to a local family on Monday. Matthew Clement, at the young age of 25, had an opportunity to fulfill a dream, so decided to take advantage of a 2-year working vacation program in Australia. Matt was sent home by his employer on Monday, visibly not well. During his commute, he almost lost consciousness, resulting in his vehicle leaving the highway and coming to a stop. A passing motorist found him in extreme duress, and he was taken to hospital by ambulance. He was diagnosed with a life-threatening brain aneurysm and immediately flown to Brisbane, where he underwent emergency brain surgery to remove a blood clot and clamp the ruptured vessel. His parents, Trina and Bruce Clement, and brother Devin live in the Soo. The couple has been known over the years for their generosity. A friend of the family has started a GoFundMe page to assist the family. Officials say a 16-year-old girl who had been evacuated from a remote First Nation in Northern Ontario was hit by a car and killed yesterday. The chief of Pikangikum First Nation says Kelsey Strang was one of more than 2,000 community members forced from their homes by a nearby forest fire. Chief Amanda Sainawap says Strang had been evacuated to Cochrane. She says the girl was struck early yesterday morning and died at the scene. Her death came as some fire evacuees have started to return home. A committee of MPs who conducted a probe into bus passenger safety in Canada has decided not to call for seat belts to be installed in Canadian school buses, urging instead the need for further study. The House of Commons Transportation Committee launched an investigation into bus safety, including school buses, following the deadly Humboldt Broncos crash in Saskatchewan that killed 16 people and injured 13 others. The committee's final report included a number of recommendations to beef up safety requirements for passenger buses, including motor coaches and transit buses, but the committee says conflicting evidence from experts about seat belts on school buses points to the need for further study. The MPs say school bus seat belts are neither a panacea nor the only solution to increasing school bus safety, while acknowledging they do prevent certain types of injuries. A chaotic scene erupted as authorities in Tennessee investigated a shooting involving members of a regional fugitive task force. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said on Twitter last night that
this sure looks pretty stupid, doesn't it? Dangerous even. But lightning kills like 3 people a year in all of Ontario. That's nowhere close. That's nowhere close to the 16,000 that smoking kills. So, what's more stupid?
My name is Clement. I am 17. I do have a little brother. He is 5 years younger than me, and despite the fact that we're both blind, we're just normal kids. Sibling rivalries and fights and arguments. Sometimes we play games together, yeah. I find most people tend to have this perception of blindness as a huge physical handicap.
Incoming!
Which it isn't.
CNIB, Seeing Beyond Vision Loss.
I love women. I love older women, professional women, stay-at-home moms. I love how women put the family first. I love how you're so concerned that I'll get to your husband. You have no idea that I'm coming after you.
Make death wait. Please donate to fund life-giving research, because heart disease and stroke is the #1 killer of women.
these weird Americans that have not that the Americans are weird. Have you heard about this
Yes,
weird
they're called the Trumps.
situation?
What? No.
This weird situation taking place in the Dominican Republic with a lot of people who are on resort mysteriously dying. Like
somebody just got shot.
Yeah,
Who
and
just
then
got shot?
a couple was there and they suddenly died, and it's like 5 or 6 different situations. But Barbara Corcoran, who's 70 years old, God bless her, is from Shark Tank. Yeah,
the
and
lady from
apparently
Shark Tank.
one of the victims was her brother.
He disappeared?
No,
He died.
they're not disappearing, they're just dying. And they're finding them in their rooms.
There's Barbara there.
Yeah.
In their rooms, dead?
Yeah, they're just dead in their rooms. Yeah, and it's happened like 5 or 6 times. So there's this big, well, what the heck is going on
What's
in the
the cause of
Dominican?
death? They're not being shot.
Right, but apparently she's being told that he apparently passed away on Sunday. She's being told now that he had a heart attack.
Okay.
But she hasn't seen any official papers. There has been no autopsy, so that's kind of just adding to the mysteries of what's going on in the Dominican Republic. I'm thinking the tourist season's not going to be good for them next year.
Well, you know, gastrointestinal issues. Have you heard? People actually dying from stomach ailments.
Yes.
Come from contracting things.
But their symptoms prior to. And it seems like these people had no symptoms of anything. Like a couple. A young couple.
2 people die in their room?
Husband and wife died together. Right?
And you know what? So hard to get answers out of those countries, out of like third world countries. Well, the Dominican Republic is a third world country.
Yeah.
It's hard to get answers from. Like
the standards are different, for one thing.
I think did I tell you the story? But when Keith and I went to Cuba, we were on Cayo Santa Maria, I think. It's one of the Cuban Key Islands, right? And just before we got there, a lady from Winnipeg, Manitoba, gastrointestinal, she went into a coma, I believe.
Oh, gosh.
And so they took her to the hospital, and if you've seen the hospitals in Cuba, they put a feeding tube in. And she was on like life support to get a feeding tube. And at one point they said to the husband, he said, first of all, you couldn't tell the doctors from the people coming in off the street. And there were bathrooms that didn't have doors and sinks that didn't work and toilets that didn't flush in the hospital. Anyway, he said, can you imagine the conditions of the restaurant?
Right.
So anyway, they said, we're out of the feeding tube liquid. Go to the store and buy orange juice.
What?
They wanted to pour orange juice down her feeding tube.
Stop it.
I'm not kidding you. They had to, and he had to fight with the Cuban government. Canadian consulate had to get involved. They said they didn't want to move her. They didn't want to fly her out. He had to fight. They finally got her in a plane. They flew her to, I think, Atlanta. He arrived with her in Atlanta. They got to the hospital, and the doctor said, do you want your wife to die here or at home in Canada?
Oh, my word.
They flew her to Winnipeg. They could not get them on the same flight. He was on a flight after her. He arrived later than she had, got to the hospital in time for them to pull the plug, and she passed away from a vacation in Cuba from what she ate.
Oh, my gosh. What a terrible thing.
There was an outbreak of cholera when we were there.
Wow, you know how to pick them, huh? Don't holiday with him.
Don't
go on vacation with him.
Just stay safe and pack a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh my gosh, really? Bring your own ketchup.
And who else died? Grandma Mary from...
Do you remember the Duggars, the family that had 1,485 kids? They had a show. Well, the grandmother appeared on the show several times. Unfortunately, she passed away. Yeah, and apparently, it's been made public that she died of drowning. She was in a swimming pool and drowned.
No,
Isn't
that's
that awful?
horrible.
And she was such a firecracker from what I can see.
Today we've had two giraffes die in a lightning strike. Two giraffes died in a lightning strike, and now Grandma Mary Duggar drowns.
And then Barbara Corcoran's brother and the Winnipeg lady.
This is dull.
Oh my gosh.
Thank goodness Edie Soriano is here
She's
to pull
gonna
us
cheer
out of
us
this
up.
slump and cheer us up with what's going on in the Bushplane Museum. Because summer in Sault Ste. Marie continues right after this.
If you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, there is hope and there is help. You matter. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The calls are free and confidential. Call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Edie and I are starting to smell the skunk again a little bit. We got sprayed the other day, Edie.
Oh no!
We thought it was. At first, we thought it was marijuana, and then we thought, no, that's not marijuana, that's skunk. And then we thought maybe it's a skunk smoking marijuana. And then Kevin sprayed this spray that smells like apple pie, so it smelled like a skunk smoked marijuana. Got hungry and had some apple pie.
There you go.
How you doing, Edie?
I'm good. After all that.
We don't actually have skunks or marijuana here. We just have Edie Sirena, but that doesn't stop us from having a good time.
That's right.
Edie, what's going on with the Bushplane? This is Edie's. First of all, she looks at this. That's an old picture. We have a newer sign. You're all spruced up.
Look how worn out we are.
You're all spruced up.
Yeah, so we're spruced up now.
You have a pretty exciting event coming up pretty soon.
Yes, next weekend on Saturday, on June 22nd. We have dinner and entertainment by Dave Hatfield.
Dave Hadfield, does the name ring a bell, anybody? The last name? Chris Hadfield, of course, is an astronaut, famous
from
astronaut.
Canada. And you know, it's sad, people are saying, who's Dave Hatfield? And you don't want to say to him, well, it's Chris's brother.
Because Dave is on his own.
Oh, absolutely. This guy is he is a pilot. He's flown so many different planes. He is an author.
He's a musician, singer, songwriter.
He has many
multi-talented,
multi-talented. And some of the planes that he has flown, he's very awesome.
As we speak, he is flying back from Ireland.
That's right. He's on his route back now because he's trying to get back so he can come to Sault Ste. Marie next week.
He's piloting his own plane, intercontinental, across the ocean. I can't even imagine what that must be like. And when he arrives in Sault Ste. Marie, the deal is he's going to fly a plane that only one of two people are qualified. Tell me about this.
That's the Fox Moth.
The Fox Moth.
Fox Moth that we have been building at the Bushplane for the past 21 years.
I had no idea.
It started 21 years ago with Dr. Ken Cheeseman.
Labor of love.
And it's a labor of love. Dr. Ken's name is the first name you see on the plane.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, after he started it, he passed away.
So this is really a nice tribute to the memory of Ken.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody that's actually worked at the Bushplane, between volunteers and staff, we've all had something to do with working on that plane. Might have been very small things, but and our initials are all on there.
Edie screwed some screws in.
I did, yes.
21 years of volunteerism and employees working on this project. Wow.
And it's ready to go.
Now tell me about the...
Fingers crossed it's ready to go.
But can you describe the Fox Moth plane to us? Because I know nothing about planes.
It's a wooden plane. Like I see the plane, so I'm not really the expert about this plane.
But it's wooden.
It is wooden fabric.
Even the propeller.
The propeller is a wooden propeller. The wings of this plane fold up. Only 2 people can sit in it. It looks almost futuristic with the bulb at the back where the pilot sits, because the pilot's sitting back further.
Back?
Yeah.
And you said there's only 2 pilots that can fly this thing.
One of them is
Dave Hadfield.
And he was the one that agreed to come a year ago when we were hoping it was going to go.
Now here's the other thing. When Ken started to build this, there's no model, there's no plans for this. He actually had to start from scratch.
Yeah.
And you said no parts.
No parts. You can't get the parts. They don't build fox moths anymore.
So you literally, at the Bushplane Museum, built all the mechanisms, all the parts, all the metalworks?
Some of them. Some of them it might just be a small strip that needed to be added somewhere. Well, they don't. Where do you buy that strip? You don't go to Canadian Tire.
Right.
So they
manufacture it.
We have very intelligent people working on that plane. And even the volunteers have so much knowledge about how to put parts together.
And you said for 21 years people have been circling back there to see the bay number 4 where it's been being built, watching the progress.
Just to see what stage the plane would be at.
Can I ask you, I don't know if you know this information, but what year would the Fox Moth have flown? What era?
I'm not quite sure.
Not quite sure, but back when they had wooden planes.
But you know, lots of planes are wooden that you don't even realize. The KR-34 is our next project that we're going to be working at, and you can come in now and see the port plane falling apart with all the fabric off. So that's our next project that we're working on. So, but once the fabric's off, you can see it's all wooden inside.
You're the only Bushplane museum in this country, are you not?
We are the only one.
That's pretty phenomenal, Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, it is.
Another question. The Saturday, now we're hoping with weather permitting and everything goes well, with a project like this, with flying of the Fox Moth, and with Dave coming up to do this, you really can't do the last minute logistics until Dave is here. And the plane is at the airport. But the plan is on Saturday then, when you get a green light, let's cross our fingers, what's going to happen?
That plane is going to fly from the airport and hopefully through the sky around the Bushplane, so we can all be, hey,
wouldn't that be cool?
And then back to the airport.
So we all sort of have to watch the news and stuff on Saturday morning, because you'll be going, big news will be coming out.
Big words coming out. Everybody head to the waterfront.
Let's make a deal with Sue Online that if it's going to happen, you contact us and we go boom, right on the front page and say, get outside right now and check out Dave Hadfield flying over.
That's right.
And then go and see him perform
at the Bushplane that night.
After he flies the plane.
So we have a nice dinner that's going to happen.
Catered by Rico's?
Rico's is catering it.
Beautiful food.
Nice cheese ravioli, meatballs, chicken coco van.
Oh, Edie.
Cheesecake for dessert.
Stop it right now.
Yeah, how awesome is that? And then
to top it all off, though, Dave is going to tell stories.
He's telling stories. He'll have his slideshow.
Plus, he's going to sing some of his original songs. That's quite an evening.
It is going to be. Tickets are only $35.
What?
Yeah, $35 a person.
That would even cover the meal.
It just covers the meals. It's not a fundraiser for us because this is part of our 35th anniversary celebration. So it's not about us making a lot of money. It's about
celebrating.
Let's come and celebrate something else at the Bushplane, which is the construction.
And you've got more coming up this summer, Edie.
Coming. Yeah.
Tell us before we've got a little time left. Go.
Have we got a few more minutes?
I think we do.
Our next. Here's another big one that's going to happen July 4th. Have you heard Atomica's coming to the Bushplane? Atomica.
John Beatty's and Atomica they're got a brand new location. It's starting
at the Bushplane.
Great marriage.
So we are going to be giving a little party for them July 4th. Tickets are available from them at $25. Now
I heard
they
fireworks.
won't be ready. Well, it's July 4th, so it's the American fireworks. So it's a win-win. Now you throw up the fireworks, we're going to party under them. You can spend the money instead of us.
Exactly.
Right? There you go.
Okay.
Now, where they're going to be located, which is going to be at the entrance, will not be ready.
Okay.
But we're still going to
have a party.
What
the heck?
We're still under the renos. We'll see them in October.
That's July 4th.
July 4th, Loud and Proud Fun Day is at the Bushplane.
Hey, Loud and Proud, that's part of our Gay Pride celebration. The Sault Ste. Marie Pride Fest is amazing in this city, and you guys are always, from the very beginning, loud and proud.
So they'll be doing the parade from City Hall to the Bushplane.
We did it 1 year in Bellevue Park, but the Bushplane was
not as fun. It's better at the Bushplane.
Better at the Bushplane.
Absolutely. And then we have...
what's the date of Loud and Proud?
That's July 21st.
Good, I'll be there.
Yeah. keep going. The exhibit from Science North.
When is that?
Beyond Human Limits is coming in. That is coming in August and will be there till September 14th, where you can see how these people do really hard stuff that I'm not doing.
Science North.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. You're going to have to come back and do the fall stuff.
Tell you all the other stuff.
Actually, you're going to come back for Pride. I think for Pride Fest, we should come back. We'll bring you on with the loud and proud people.
It's a great event at the Bushplane.
But meanwhile, check out Dave Hadfield flying over Sault Ste. Marie in the Fox Moth, dinner and show at the Bushplane. Edie Soriano.
Thank you, Tim.
Always so nice to see you. We'll be back with Luann right after this.
I wanna go.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and roadwork all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation, because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. If you smoked weed, wait at least 4 hours before getting behind the wheel, or don't drive at all if you're new to it, have eaten it, or if you've mixed it with alcohol.
I need to find home care for my dad. My husband can't find a job. Our fights hurt the kids. When you don't know where to turn to 211, the helpline to community and social services in 150 languages. 211 is free, confidential, 24/7, and answered by friendly specialists. Dial 211 or search 211ontario.ca. 211 helps people find the right community and social services. 211, when you don't know where to turn. Supported by United Way, your local community, and the governments of Ontario and Canada.
That sounds like so much fun. Always something going on at the Bushplane.
And you know what? It's I'm always surprised when people say I haven't been there. I don't care about planes. Just to experience it.
Yes.
Like, come on.
You have to go see.
It's one of those things, Luann, that if a tourist came to Sault Ste. Marie and asked me, what should I do? I think we should know. We should have experienced it ourselves so we can recommend these things.
Be a tourist in your own city.
There you go. And come back to see us tomorrow on Friday. Woohoo, we made it. It's going to be a great weekend in Sault Ste. Marie. We've got all the updates for you. Luann will have the news. I'll have guests. And you can make your weekend plans based on what you hear on ONNtv.
Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Bye for now.